Good evening everybody, all you beautiful subscribers out there, and welcome back to the channel. I'm on my second shift, nearly the weekend. First shift yesterday was pretty decent. I was up north. I only had 3 drops and then straight back. And guess where I'm going tonight? Up north. So are you having a really good evening? No doubt you'll be getting ready for bed. Working morning, don't forget. So yeah, I'm up north again. I'm up at the Wirral, to one of the nicest sites I've ever been to, Aldi at Wirral. It was absolutely beautiful, hands down. It was probably the cleanest site I've ever been on. Absolutely outstanding. So big thumbs up to Aldi, and a lot of their sites that I go to around Aldi, they are pretty much on the ball. There's a couple that let them down, but that one was gleaming. And then I've got Tesco's at Widnes and a pick up at Stoke, and then that is me. So hopefully I should get back and get finished pretty early. Excuse me. So sort of had a bit of a conversation with my my better half tonight, just before I left. He says, well, why don't you do 3 13 hours in a 12? So that I can cut my shift pattern down to 4 nights instead of 5. So yeah, that would probably work. Yeah, it brings my hours down a bit, but hey, at least I get an extra day to do the things I want to do. So yeah, there's a compromise. It's out there. So thanks, sweetheart. I've got something to work to now. So all I've got to do is just pen a letter to the night shift manager, and then he can either say yes or no. More often than not, he'll say yes. So we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Yeah. So other than that, obviously, I'm looking at getting more time for myself, with time freedom, with my family, with my loved ones. Especially my grandkids as well. You know, I want more time with them, and there's no way I'm going to do that. Excuse me. In this job, this job, as millions of other truck drivers around the world, hundreds of thousands in the country, know that it is the most time-consuming job that you'll ever do. And it's totally up to the individual as well. Whether they want to push, you know, 12, 13, 14, 15 hours a day, you know, that's entirely up to them. But I'm happy with doing a 12-hour shift. That suits me fine. Obviously there's other people just don't want to do that. They just want to do 10 hours and that's it. That's them done. 50 hours a week, that's them sorted. So it all depends on your contract as well. So my contract is 48 hours a week, and whatever I do over that is overtime. So, and at the end of the day, all it does is puts a roof over your head, food on the table, and pays the bills. That is it. So when hopefully it's either going to happen this year or next year, when I start to get my business up and running properly. And start branching out into my affiliate side, then, you know, things might be different. Could be a lot more different for me and my family and all my loved ones around me. That's what I strive to do. Get out of this job, get out of this trade, get out of working for the man, get out of knowing that my money is, you know, is going somewhere else as well. Not just to me, but it's giving somebody else their dreams and passions and desires, and mine's just left to the wayside. Or I just do a couple a year that is going to keep me happy or keep me sustained, you know, throughout the year. I don't want that. I want it constantly, and the same for my family and my kids. You know, for my grandchildren as well. I want it constant for them, day in, day out. That is what I want, and that's what I'm hoping to achieve with my online business. So now we are into I do believe mental health month or mental health week or something like that. So, you know, if there's something that's came out on the internet. I was just reading it earlier, about 10 signs that you may not realise within a man that you know that could show through that he's suffering with some kind of mental health. One of them's overworked, overcompensating, excessive humour, irritation, sleeplessness. There's a lot of things. Unattentiveness. You know, there's a myriad of things that could spark off anything to do with the mind, and especially with men, because with men it's that macho stuff. You know, I don't need help. But I went through that firsthand with my father. You know, he well, you don't know, but he went through he went through a mental breakdown, and I never thought it'd be possible with my dad. I think I was only 19 at the time, and I have mentioned it, excuse me, within my website as well, on one of the post pages. There's one about PTSD, and you know, it didn't suffer with PTSD. It was a problem that he had, and he just couldn't overcome it, and it affected him mentally, and in the end he ended up taking his life, and that was 88, so 30 odd years ago. He left this world. Biggest pill, sorry, the hardest pill I've ever had to swallow, but you know, it's there. So what they're trying to reiterate with, especially, and it doesn't need mental health week or mental health month. You know, it's 365 days a year. If you realise that somebody's suffering within themselves, withdrawn, unhappy, like I say, you could be over humour, using laughter and jokes to hide something that's deep within inside yourself. There's all of those signs that could point to some kind of mental health. So all they need is a listening ear. They need somebody just there, to be there to comfort them. They need somebody there to unload to. And sometimes it's very difficult for a man to do that, to unload, to show their feelings. For some men it's quite easy. I'm very easy to show my feelings. I've got no qualms at all with telling our lass how I feel. But for some it's not, and it can well up. They can bottle up these feelings, and you know, sometimes they explode, and that's when problems really start. So please, if you are fall within that bracket, and please look on the internet with you know, what affects men, the 10 signs that can affect men that could bring them down to some kind of mental fatigue, illness, or whatever. Then yeah, just read up on it. It's all there. It's all there on the internet. But if you do know somebody that's suffering, please give them an ear. That's all they need. A shoulder to cry on. Somebody there to be compassionate. Somebody to talk to. That's all they need. Just somebody to talk to. And that's what I needed more than anything when I witnessed somebody being killed. That's all I needed. I just needed somebody a shoulder to cry on, and somebody to talk to. And you know, it still affects me sometimes. I still get flashbacks, especially when I'm driving down the road where it bloody happened. I still get it. It's still there, but obviously it's not as powerful as what it was when it very first happened. Obviously it's dwindled away, but the images are still there within my head, and they will never ever go away. Just the same as anybody else that's seen some kind of catastrophic injury, incident or accident. Those images will never ever go away. So try not to bottle it all up. It's easier said than done. But please, if you do, then there could be major problems that could happen in the future. So talk. That's all you need to do, is talk. Talk about your feelings. There's nothing wrong with talking about your feelings. You know, it's what we should be doing day in, day out. So yeah, like I say, I'm off up north again, so I'll leave that as a food for thought for this mental health week. Got a lot of fruit in our office as well. I've nicked a load. It's all there, it's all free. Brilliant. So yeah, have a great evening. Stay safe, drive safe. Do not let these idiots that are all around affect that. That's not what we drive these for. We don't drive them to get irritated. They're designed to drive slow so that we can take our time, and that's what you should do. You should take your time. Don't get involved. Leave them alone. They're idiots. Let them deal with their own issues. You deal with yours. Cheers, guys. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Please leave a comment. Let's start talking. Let's start talking. And I'll see you for my third shift tomorrow. Cheers, guys.